Europa, a moon of Jupiter, a world of unimaginable extremes. An icy wasteland with hidden secrets, Europa holds the promise of life beyond Earth and the potential for human habitation. Its surface, frozen and cracked, appears lifeless. But beneath it, in the depths of its ocean, there could be the conditions for life, or at least for humanity's future. This video will explore the possibility of living on Europa, looking at the technological, biological, and societal challenges that must be overcome. Could we one day survive here, thrive here, and begin to build our future in the outer reaches of the solar system? Let's journey into the unknown. Europa's surface is a frozen desert. Its crust is composed of thick layers of ice, up to 30 kilometers thick, riddled with cracks and fractures. These icy surfaces, however, are only part of the moon's mystery. Despite the extreme cold, temperatures that would freeze any human instantly, Europa has something that makes it truly unique. An ocean hidden beneath miles of ice, larger and deeper than any ocean on Earth. Could this subsurface ocean harbor life, or perhaps, one day, sustain human existence? Europa's ocean lies beneath an ice crust so thick it could take years of advanced drilling technology to access. Yet, this ocean, kept liquid by the heat generated by tidal forces from Jupiter's gravity, is one of the most promising places in the solar system to search for life. Just as life thrives on Earth near the heat-emitting hydrothermal vents at the ocean floor, scientists speculate that Europa's ocean could contain similar vents, fueled by the immense pressure and chemical reactions beneath the surface. These hidden ecosystems could potentially support microbial life, life that does not depend on sunlight, but on chemical energy from the planet's core. Before we can even dream of settling on Europa, we must confront its harsh, hostile environment. The extreme cold, around minus 160 degrees Celsius, would freeze any human without the protection of advanced technology. But the surface isn't our only concern. To establish a base on Europa, humans would likely need to live in underground colonies, built deep beneath the thick ice layer. These habitats would need to be pressurized, insulated, and self-sustaining, capable of providing food, water, and air to the inhabitants, all while being shielded from the radiation that bombards Europa's surface. Building a human habitat beneath Europa's ice would be a monumental task. The ice crust is not uniform. It's fractured and shifting. Advanced drilling systems would be needed to bore through kilometers of solid ice. These drills would likely use heat or other specialized methods to penetrate the ice, creating tunnels large enough to accommodate colonies. Once inside, these habitats would need to be self-sustaining, creating a closed-loop environment where resources like water and air are recycled. But this isn't just about building shelters. It's about creating a thriving, long-term ecosystem. On Europa, a colony would need to be entirely self-sufficient. Earth would be millions of kilometers away, so regular resupply missions would be impractical. Instead, we would need to develop advanced life support systems that recycle air, water, and food in a sustainable, closed loop. Plants and algae could be grown in hydroponic farms, providing food and oxygen. Water would be extracted from the moon's icy surface, purified, and recycled, while air would be carefully filtered to ensure breathable conditions. Waste would also need to be carefully managed, with no room for errors. Every resource, every molecule, would have to be reused. Providing energy for a colony on Europa would be one of the most challenging aspects of settlement. The weak sunlight this far from the sun would make solar energy impractical. Instead, nuclear power would likely be the primary energy source. with compact, highly efficient reactors powering everything from life support systems to water desalination. These reactors would be specially designed to withstand the extreme conditions on Europa. However, backup systems and energy storage technologies would be crucial, ensuring that the colony continues to function even if the reactors were to fail. One of the most dangerous aspects of living on Europa is its exposure to radiation. Jupiter's powerful magnetic field generates an intense radiation belt that envelopes the Moon, constantly bombarding its surface with harmful particles. This radiation would be lethal to unprotected humans, damaging DNA and increasing the risk of cancer. To survive, colonies would have to be built several kilometers beneath the ice, where the ice layer itself provides a natural shield from the radiation. But radiation protection isn't just about location, it's also about materials. The colony would need to incorporate radiation-resistant shielding made of materials capable of absorbing or deflecting harmful particles. Life on Europa would be a profound psychological challenge. The isolation, the confinement, and the lack of sunlight could have severe mental health consequences for those living there. With limited communication with Earth due to the vast distance, colonists could experience long stretches of solitude and depression. Maintaining psychological well-being would be just as important as ensuring the survival of the colony. To mitigate the effects of isolation, the colony would need to incorporate recreational activities, social structures, and virtual communication with loved ones back on Earth. Special care would need to be taken to maintain morale and support the emotional health of the colony's inhabitants. As the colony grows, new challenges will arise. Over time, it won't just be about survival. It will be about creating a society. What kind of government will be needed to ensure the safety and prosperity of Europa's settlers? How will resources be managed? Will a society evolve on Europa that is distinct from Earth's, shaped by the unique conditions of the Moon? These are questions we'll have to answer as we look toward the long-term future. The colony could eventually become a self-sustaining city, with its own economy, education system, and culture. Over generations, the people living on Europa will evolve to adapt to their environment, perhaps even genetically, if they choose to make permanent alterations to adapt to life in such a harsh, isolated world. Europa could be more than just a base for scientific research. It could become a new home for humanity, a launchpad for missions further into the solar system and beyond. As Earth faces its own set of challenges, from resource depletion to climate change, Europa could serve as a second home, a place for humanity to take root on another world. Europa could one day be just one stop in our journey to the stars, a symbol of our resilience, our innovation, and our unyielding desire to explore the cosmos. Europa may seem like a cold, inhospitable moon, a frozen wasteland, but beneath its icy shell lies the potential for life and for humanity's future. The challenges are immense, but the rewards of settling Europa could transform the way we live, think, and understand our place in the universe. As we venture further into space, Europa may be the key to unlocking the next chapter in our story.